And we're back with another edition of the Pitch Button Puff podcast. Tonight we're going to do a player profile on Anthony. Before we get going on that, though, we're going to give a shout out to a few sponsors. We got fn3p.co. Make sure you guys go check them out. New sponsor here on the podcast. Go give them some love. Use promo code PPP for 25% off. Promo code PPP for 25% off. He's got a bunch of cool shit on there. He's got a bunch of different stuff for the golf course, and he's got some regular casual wear, really cool hats, hoodies, polos, you name it. He's got it over there, fn3p.co. So go check them out. Use promo code PPP for 25% off. And then if you're local here in the 518, make sure you stop in, check 420 Bliss, 420-bliss.com. If you guys want to order online, set up a delivery, you can do it there or on the App Store. They have an app just a little higher. Make sure you go check that out as well. When you're on there, just make sure you're looking at the 420 location. If you're on the app, they do have a few other locations here in New York. Some are down in the city area, the Upper West Side. If you're down in the city and you're listening, go check out just a little higher. When you're in there in the 420 Bliss, make sure you check out some Jaunty products. They got some great edibles and cartridges. They have the disposable cartridges as well as just the cartridge. The edibles are really fire. They got the blueberry lemonade, the mango sunrise, the watermelon ones are bomb. Also have the Resonator hash infused gummies. These things will put you in timeout. Make sure you have nothing to do for the day when you get into those. So go check out some Jaunty products up at 420 Bliss in Troy. Then we got my man Marty, Trouble Off the Tee. These guys got a special going on right now, 50% off site wide. Make sure you guys go check out Trouble Off the Tee. And while you're there, give the book a listen. Author's Marty Minden, narrated by Jake Adams from Country Club Adjacent. The book's available on Spotify and Audible. Go give Marty some love over at TroubleOffTheTee.com. And then we got to give a shout out to my man Jordan at the Putter Shop. Putter Shop, my man hooked me up this dope hat. I finally put it on. I keep leaving it in the other room. Go check out the Putter Shop. Promo code is PPPP, 4Ps, 15 to save yourself 15%. Got some great putter options, great merch options, constantly coming out with new hats. Just hooked up the crew with some fresh ball markers. So go check out Jordan at the Putter Shop. And then last but not least, we got 52 Sundays, 52sundays.co. Go give those guys some love. Big supporters of the Pitch Putt and Puff, as well as Legends Golf Club in Cali and in New York. Go give the boys over at 52 Sundays some love. 52sundays.co. We use promo code LGC15. And we're going to take a quick break here, and we will get rolling with player profile. We're going to talk a little bit of Anthony, his golf background, and the upcoming tournament that he's hosting. And we're back here with the Pitch Putt and Puff player profile. I'd like to introduce Anthony, the host of the Upstate Golf Guys, newest member of the Pitch Putt and Puff. What's up, Ant?
What is up, Raj?
You know, bro, we're out here, man. Just finishing a long day of work. Had some shit to do around the house, getting ready for the birthday party this weekend, golf this weekend. Got to get everything done so I can play as much golf as I possibly can. So
Yeah, man, but family comes first. We know that. Birthday party this weekend, big things.
Oh yeah. So and we're gonna do a little player profile. Get the listeners of the Pitch Putt and Puff. I mean, they heard you on here a bunch, but let's get a little bit of a golf background on you.
Yeah.
So first off, tell us a little bit about how you got into golf. I know you first started playing Brunswick Greens, as most listeners do. But let's hear a little bit about how you just got into golf.
Brunswick Greens, man, my childhood course went to shit, man. I'm sure you all heard about that review, but no, actually, came long before Brunswick Greens review. I actually used to go out and play with a couple guys you're familiar with, some of the Sickaway boys over there that lived over by Freer Park, Anthony Maiello, Brent Sheehan, Kyle Coletti, Eric Lord. We used to all sneak on over by the fifth hole. We would walk on over by the church, and it was kind of my, first time getting out there. I didn't even have my own clubs. I think I used to borrow a pair that I think maybe Brent's dad's, or I was always borrowing clubs. Never really owned clubs until my late teens. But yeah, usually we would just go out there, and actually, funny thing we would do, kind of is messed up when we were actually even younger. Like Brent and I were like 10 or 11. We'd go out there on the fifth hole, and people would hit the ball over the gully, and we'd run out and snag the balls before they'd get up to the
God.
Dude, piss people off so bad, probably. I look back, I'm like, we were such assholes back then, because that was like our stomping ground.
Yeah, kids did that to us today.
Dude, I'd kill them. That was like our stomping grounds. We were like, we were out and about at 9, 10, 11 years old, because I used to hang out with Brent Sheehan especially all the time, because our sisters were friends. So we were out there causing trouble on the Freer Park golf course before I even golfed. We were out there just being assholes.
Same. I mean, back in the day, we used to have the whole parties and shit out there. But here's a funny story about Brent. So my wife's friend we just started dating, probably I don't know 6, 8 months in. One of her friends is getting married in Hawaii. So it's like our first vacation thing together, and I'm like, I really don't know a lot of her friends like that, like cool enough to go like kick it with on a vacation. So I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be kind of chilling on my alone. She's in the wedding, so she's got a bunch of shit to do. So we go to the house where her friends, and I know her husband. He's cool as hell. So I get there and hanging out for a couple minutes. All of a sudden, I hear, "Yo, Raj." I'm like, "Fuck is this? Who knows me in Hawaii, right?" It's fucking Brent, dude. It's him and a couple other guys from around here. And I'm like, "Bro, you have no idea how happy I am to see you." So I ended up kicking with him pretty much all week. We got hammered at the wedding. So the wedding was actually filmed. It was at the same place they filmed Jurassic Park and like Lost and a bunch of other
Oh no
shit.
shit.
Super dope. One of the most beautiful venues I've ever seen. Well, on our way up the hill to like the venue, we seen all these four-wheelers and the keys were in the four-wheelers, right? So I hit Brent. I go, "Yo, take note." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." He's half paying attention to me. So we're drinking, having a good time at the wedding, and the groom and everything. He's like, I said, "Yo, we should go take them four-wheelers out." Brent's like, "Yeah, man, the keys were in it." So the groom's like, "Dude, let's do it." So like four of his friends, me and Brent, we start to go down. We literally sit on the quads. All of a sudden, you see flashlights pop up on us,
Oh
guys.
shit.
I really don't think that's a good idea. We're like, you know what, buddy, you're probably right. We hopped up. But dude, I got so lucky because I kicked it with him for literally the whole I was out there for like 10 days. I hung out with him
Yeah.
majority of the time.
He's actually a really good golfer, dude. We should reach out to him to come and do guest appearance at the Pitch Pump Puff. He's got a
He's
good stick.
he's back in the area too.
I think
He's
he is, yeah.
Yeah, I seen him up at Freer at the beginning of the year this year. So he's back around. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to get in contact with him. I'd love
Yeah,
to
I'd
get
love
him
to
out
see
there.
him. I'd love to see him. It's been
Oh,
years, man. But yeah, I used to hang out with him. But yeah, I mean, we used to go out and hack around, and then Brunswick Greens came around, and that was the
that's
course I
great.
started to go and play a lot of golf at with a couple of guys from Tamarack. We used to go over there quite often, and
Yep.
then when I graduated, I didn't really play for a few years, but I know in my early 20s, whoa, I'm losing my computer. I know in my early 20s, I went out and got a really nice set of the Callaway Big Berthas at the time.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was instantly hooked once I got the feel of a real good club. Once I, started hitting the ball good. Like I said, I grew up playing hockey. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of, hockey and golf, you kind of swing hand in hand. So I had a decent little swing. And but once I got nice clubs and hit that ball flush, man, I was hooked. So then I
Right.
started going to the range a bunch and didn't really play. I didn't really go play over at Freer Park in any big courses probably
Let
until
me
my
ask
mid
you
20s.
this.
Yeah.
Did you not go there because you were not confident in going to play there?
Basically, yeah.
No.
I just like Brunswick Greens. It was just,
Uh-huh.
especially, you know, early 20s. I sucked still. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started getting serious, and then I went over to Freer Park and started playing over there. And I was shooting in the high hundreds,
Yep.
and which is pretty normal for somebody just getting into the game of golf, especially Freer. And then after, I mean, I see people do it a lot quicker now. Even Kirk's about to do it, or he did do it, but man, I mean, it took me about 4 or 5 years just to break 100 at Freer Park.
Yeah.
So I'm a late bloomer, and it's not an easy game. It's just not
You
an
know,
easy game.
it's really not too, man. And like I can correlate to you exactly with what you're saying because like the whole reason I even seen your thing about Brunswick Greens is because I was booking a tee time there. Like I was going to see if they were open or something and looking at I don't know whatever it popped up on Facebook review or whatever the fuck it was. It's so funny. But that was the course where I knew I could go there and I wouldn't embarrass myself because everybody else out there was doing the same thing. There's not a lot of par three courses in this area. You got Mill Road, and that's going to be packed all the time. But it's really sad to see like Brunswick Greens go to shit because like we don't have courses like that to go and play a par three. There's a few, but you're gonna have to travel for them. You know, you're not
Yeah.
nothing on this side of the river. There's a Pheasant Hollow over in East Greenbush. It's a 9-hole par four. So I transferred from Brunswick Greens, and then I started going there to build my confidence. But my friends used to ask me to come play Freer. I'm like, bro, I'm shooting 125s. I'm not going to Freer Park. I'm shooting 125s at a Pheasant Hollow, 65s at Brunswick Greens, like I'm good, man. Like I'm gonna stay right where I am until I figure it out. But
Yep.
then like once you get the confidence, like I played, my buddy Neil got me in a couple scrambles with him, and Neil's the one who taught me how to golf. I started getting a little bit more confident. I was like, all right, I'll go up there with you a couple times. My first time, I shot a 137. Never forget it.
At Freer Park.
At
Yeah.
Freer Park.
Well, you know,
And
I mean,
that's counting every stroke.
once you learn how to drive the ball and you get a little good at golf, you didn't really want to go back to Brunswick Greens. You know, once I was learning the game, I'm like, shit. I'm like, I can't even drive the ball at Brunswick Greens except for like the third or fourth hole, a couple holes. But yeah, man. And then I was hooked, and I was living out in Albany for a while in my 20s, and I would go to no kids, no girlfriend at the time. So I had a lot of free time, and we'd go over to Albany Muni. It was called at the time. It's Capitol Hills now.
Yeah.
But we'd go over there 3 nights a week, and they had great deals at the time. I remember my buddy had a card, not a membership card, but
you save like $25 every
if
time
you live
go.
right.
Yeah.
So I always used his buddy's card or his buddy's name, and we ended up back then, this was probably 2007, 2008-ish. We were getting rounds for like, I don't know, $22 or something. It was something stupid cheap with a discount. No, man. So we were playing out there a lot. And another course I played a lot at, learning the game, was Colony Town. Was another course I played out a lot at, and then I got decent. So I was finally comfortable enough to play regularly at Freer Park, man, and that's my home course now. Now, it's definitely one of the toughest courses in the area, so it's
intimidating. That front nine is intimidating. It really is. Like that. Like I always call it the gauntlet, as all the listeners know. But it's just like you get through that first 5 or 6 holes, and if you have a decent score still, like if you're 2, 3, 4 over, and you can bounce back, like you got a chance at a good day. You just got to get through that fucking gauntlet.
Yeah. Oh, now I love Freer. I don't want to play nowhere else.
Seriously, I really don't, unless it's a trip or something that I got planned. But what was the hardest thing you learning the game? What was the hardest part about it? What do you think was the hardest? You think it was the physical aspect or the mental aspect of golf was the hardest?
Man, probably the mental aspect, man. Just trying to figure out how one day you could have such a good round and the next day feel like you've never swung a club before, and just learning that us once a weekers, man, that's going to be the game, man. I still get to that point, I've been pretty consistently in my 80s, but just a couple of weeks ago I was up in the high 90s, and I couldn't find my drive. I just felt like I never drove the ball in my life. Yeah. And that's just the head game, man. It's like, we know we could do it. We do it. We'll shank a shot, and the very next ball we put one down and we smash it. It's like it's definitely the head game, and getting it through our thick skull that that we can do this. You got to forget about the bad shots.
Yep.
Move on to the next one and just keep plugging along, man.
That's it. That's all about the next shot. It's like a quarterback. Like I think me playing sports like basketball as a point guard and football as a quarterback, like making a mistake, like you turn the ball over or something in a basketball, you throw an interception in football, you have to forget about that. Like I remember finishing football games, and like someone would be talking about interception I threw, and mentally, bro, I didn't remember throwing the pass until they brought it back up, and I had to think about it. Like I was like, oh shit, I did have an interception today. Yep. Like because I just could not think about it because I knew I had to take risks. Like I remember one of our games was filmed, and it was like we had announcers and shit, and the one guy's like, wow, this Harris, he's a gunslinger, man. He'll try to fit it in any window, blah, blah, blah. But I had to. Like, I wasn't really a quarterback. I was just an athlete who played quarterback. So I had to take chances. I didn't have a Aaron Rodgers style arm back then.
Yeah, you were an athlete, man. I remember you back in the day at the YMCA running the show for the hoops games, man.
I never came off that court, man. I never came off that court. Not often.
You went hard. Did you ever come down when we ran the games? We had some good ones down at Keys Lane. Did you ever come down to Keys Lane in Brunswick?
No, Christian used to live in that A-frame right there over at Keys. Yeah, no, I never played over there. I went out to Tamarack High School a few times and played with Charlie and some other
guys. The outdoor course there, or the indoor? Indoor.
Yeah,
Okay.
him and Sullivan, Danny Sullivan, and them guys.
Yep.
Always used to hoop it up with them boys.
Those
out there.
guys can ball, man. Those guys can ball.
Good dudes, man. The Weed brothers.
Yeah.
Was it Sean and
Kyle? Sean passed away, dude.
Oh shit! Damn,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No. He. Poof.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a battle for him.
Was Sean the older?
Sean was the older one, and
Okay,
and
then
they
Kyle
kind
was
of and I know they didn't talk. And so Kyle, like after, I think they kind of and what do they call it, an estranged relationship, and
those guys
you
are
know,
over there every day though.
Oh, absolutely. No, Kyle, I love Kyle's a great guy. Great dude. The dude could fucking hit a 3-point shot.
All
like,
day, little lefty.
Dude,
Yep.
yeah, insane.
Yeah.
But absolutely, man. All my guys at Tamarack, good dudes.
Yeah, man. I played a lot
Grew
of
up with
hoop
all
out
them
there
guys.
with those guys. Hung out with them guys a lot. Then went out and played some baseball with you guys for a season or two out there. That was fun. That Brunswick Bulldogs team we had. That was a good time.
That was hilarious.
My Elord was on that team.
I wasn't even supposed to be playing on that team. I was playing illegally. I lied about my age. I did too. I'm a year older than all you guys. I just wanted to play. It was pretty funny.
I got to play it for 2 years because I was 17 at the time, and I had another year of eligibility because my birthday is the end of August, so I had the eligibility to.
We were trying to figure out the name of that guy's coach. I wanting to say it was like Flanagan or Finnegan.
Ferrero.
It was an
Ferrari.
F. It was something.
It was an F for sure.
Let's
get back into it here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, golf, baby.
What's your favorite thing about golf, man?
Oh man, my favorite thing about golf. Just getting out there with the boys, man. Just getting out there with the boys. Whether you have a good round, bad round, don't matter, man. Especially this new crew, Pitch Pump Puff crew, being able to do the thing we love, smoke a little bit of tree and just put the music on. Even Fairway had some good music on the other day, man. He was jamming out.
He only plays 90s hip hop, bro.
I love it.
He'll have Sleepers Hill. He'll play some DMX. So he mixes it up with the 90s hip hop, man. It's funny.
Yeah, but it's just definitely the camaraderie, man. On both sides with my Golf Week tour people, my Pitch Pump Puff tour people. I literally, like I say all the time, I have 30 people I could call and golf with if I want. Now, before it used to just be Mikey. It was like, now it's great. I love it.
What's dope
but
too, man, is I want to start incorporating some of those guys like Johnny Two Gloves. I know he doesn't like the Two Gloves name, but Johnny.
Nah, he said I'm using one glove now. Listen, we're gonna I think what we should do is do like I think we could do like some next year really coordinated, and let's do like a legitimate Ryder Cup, 36-hole Ryder Cup, Pitch Pump Puff versus Golf Week Am Tour.
You got to smoke us, bro. We don't have anybody that can
but
we have to handicap it.
That's what you do. You do a legitimate handicap. And of all people, Adam likes to make things as fair as possible. He really does.
Listen, I can set that up.
100%.
You guys know that's a phone call away.
You just got a handy. Yo, Mikey and I just got in invited to a tournament. Adam's like, dude, they need some more people. You should get into it. They go with handicaps, and we're able to use our handicap on tour, dude. He's like, you and Mikey could probably win this actually. So my handicap on tour right now is a 15.9. And Mikey's is like a 27, dude. I don't know how it's so high. Yeah, I don't know how it's so high. Like, I think it's just like his last 3 rounds, he was in the 100, so it went up. But like, he's been back down in the 90s. So like, with his handicap and my handicap, like we could. So it's a legitimate. Everybody uses their handicap. Right. So it's like, so Adam's in this tournament. He's playing it, but he plays at like a 3, where I'm going to be playing at a 15. So it's but dude, the best part about it is if you didn't have your daughter's birthday, I'd say come to it, dude. It's $65. That's with a cart, and it's Colony Country Club, bro. Country Club.
Nice. Yeah, it's nice up there. Yeah, it's nice up there. I played it up there with my old boss.
I never been up there in Voorheesville, so I'm excited to play around up there for the price. So I asked Mikey if he's like, I'm down.
Hell yeah.
So two rounds of golf for me this weekend, but you have to get me in the early group, and I have to jet, dude, because we're going to Apple Pick, and I told her I'd be home at 2:00 the latest. So,
oh boy, I hope I don't get that late tea time.
Listen, look me up, bro.
I got all I know is I talked to him today. I have 3 tea times. He's going to text me the times in the morning. So.
All right, I'll be okay. We'll be fine. But regardless, I just have to get right out of there.
I'll get you
the first group and get out of there, no doubt.
I'll get you out of there, no problem.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then podcast, man. This Upstate Golf guys. You guys are on a slow burn, but now you're really cooking, man. What's going on with
Whoa,
the
whoa,
podcast?
whoa. We're cooking. We're
We're cooking.
cooking.
I know. I'm used to saying you guys because I know, you know what I'm saying.
You're a
But
big
it's
part of it, bro. You're a big part of it. Listen. I just got this haircut and it looks wild right now. I should have a hat on. I'm trying to fix it. But
you're good.
it's
Only
crazy.
about
But
30
yeah,
people
man,
watch the YouTube
dude.
video.
I mean, it's awesome, bro. Listen, it's again. I heard you talking about me on the Pitch Putt and Puff podcast, and that was a wrap, bro. That was a wrap. I
But
said I
your
need to do
intentions,
this.
I didn't know this though, but Mikey said your guys' intentions originally were to just do an Instagram page
Yeah, it
and
was
post
100%.
content.
100% was the Cape Cod journey, Instagram journey, and just post a bunch of golf videos, just the golf content creator type thing. But then I said, why not talk about it and just talk about golf? And we hang out all the time and like to smoke like you do, and just seems so fun to um, document your rounds and basically like I said, yeah, you're my mentor here, man. I saw what you were doing. I loved it. And it's growing to be something that I never thought it would grow to be. And I mean, the first time I was on the mic, if you go back and listen to the first few episodes, it's just
I'll
funny,
never,
man.
bro, the best thing ever. I was like, because I did it myself, man. I said, you went out, you stepped out of the room, and I said to Mikey, I said, I'm going to pretend I hit record. And you literally got about 40 seconds, and you're like, you got to start over. I'm like, bro, I never even started. Like, you got it out. Now take your time because
Yeah.
you know you're going to do it. You got so much, you don't want to sound, you're out of your comfort zone, number one. Like, I don't talk in front of people. Like, this is different because it's just like we're having a Zoom call that people are going to hear. Who gives a
Yep,
shit?
yep.
But like, standing up in like a conference room and talking, I'd be a nervous wreck. Like I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know, I would be an absolute nervous wreck. Like standing up, like even at like a tournament, standing up and speaking, I'd be a nervous wreck. Like even the little speech you did with your family for your parents' anniversary, I'd be a nervous wreck doing some shit like that.
Yeah,
But I
man.
mean, I could probably get through. This is just totally different to me. But it's fun because not only do you document everything, we're doing something we enjoy, and we're meeting cool ass people along the way. Like,
Absolutely.
that's
Yeah,
the
man.
best
You
part.
really and I originally was just gonna have me and Mikey bullshit about us golfing and talk about our Cape Cod trips and all that whole thing. But
You don't even
you
talk about Cape Cod on there anymore.
no, I mean the thing is you could really only talk about so much Cape. I mean, we do only go a couple times a year, so how much could we really talk about Cape Cod? I do a lot more of the Golf Week Amateur golf trips, so that's why I was you're the one who gave me the idea with the Golf Week guys. I got to give you credit with that, but I mean, I do way more of that golfing. I will still definitely collab Cape Cod with this podcast. Every time we go out there, we'll talk about it and everything.
Sure.
But it's just it became more
it's a bigger avenue for you guys, for us
yeah.
in general. Like especially it gets you more content with all the Golf Week guys. They're going
Yep.
to be involved. They're going to want to tune in the same way you did when you heard your name about Brunswick Greens. Like it draws the attention to like, oh, I wonder if they're going to talk about my round. I had a pretty good round on Sunday. Maybe they'll be talking about my round or whatever the case may be. And then let alone, dude, it's people like you talk on the Instagram too, and you're like, there's no reason. Like you got a big episode coming up that unfortunately I'll be there for a couple minutes, but my Canes are my Canes, bro. It's my daughter, my wife, the Canes. It's like that's the order.
Friday's gonna be awesome. I just confirmed with him again today. I'm like, "You ready for Friday night?" He's like, "Yeah, man. I got no plans Friday night, and I'm in." I'm like,
That's
all right,
dope. That's
let's
cool
go.
shit. And then
Absolutely.
obviously your connection with Uncle Paulie, like Paulie's taking great care of you.
Yeah.
He does. He's great. He's the man. Like I bust your balls all the time, and I bust Paulie's balls, but he's the man, dude. He's just a great, genuine dude.
I thanked him today again, and I just for everything you're doing for the podcast, helping me grow, and hopefully I'm helping you grow, and I am. He'll thank me as well, So we're helping each other, man.
Work for him, dude.
I've sold 22. I'm up to 22. It slowed down a little bit. 22 putters I've sold though, so.
And it's gonna, bro. You got to figure, like I said, so many people that are gonna golf. There's only so many people that are gonna, golf in the tour and shit like that. Like
well,
Hank, you got Hank interested in one, So
I got to give Hank one. I'm gonna hook him up. But the thing is he's picky, so I got to have him look through them. I got to have him look through them and pick it out. But our next step is we're gonna go hit a couple golf courses up and see if they want to take some of his putters in their clubhouse. Maybe push a couple over there,
Nice
in the pro shop. So
absolutely.
We'll see. we'll see
So
what happens.
what's your plans for the podcast? Down the road for the future. What's the plans for Upstate Golf Guys in the future?
Man, it's winter. We got to keep it going in the winter time. You know what I mean? And one of the things I'd like to do is maybe set right up in the bunker because we we didn't do it at the bunker last year. We did it at Next Gen, but Next Gen is no longer in business. He's actually Sean, the owner of Next Gen, is actually running events, the events for the bunker. So he's kind of taking over at the bunker and helping out with those guys. So we're going to be doing our Saturday thing at the bunker now instead of Next Gen. So I'd like to maybe set up, not every week, but every couple of weeks over there. And what do you think? Maybe get some reps in over at the bunker. And
dude, listen, we did it a couple years ago. There was a Thursday night, and it was great. It really was. But it just got to the point, like, we were playing like a 9-hole scramble. Half the time we couldn't finish the 9 holes. Like, we were crunching that 2 hours kind of thing too. So, and like, people were coming right behind us because the place just opened. But anytime I go there when I'm not playing like in a league setting, just going to kick it, like we went up last year, got the room, hanging out, sitting there, the couches,
that was fun.
The games. That was awesome. Like, I will go do that. I would love to go do that. Like, I just can't. I don't think I could commit to like doing every Sunday, but I'll definitely pop up and do podcasts or whatever, live podcasts from over there. Set up, get the camera set up, and do the whole 9 yards.
I'm probably not even gonna go every weekend. I mean, though Adam goes every weekend, he sets it
and
up
he's
every
early,
weekend,
bro. He's so early.
Yeah. I like sleeping in on my weekends, man, on my winters and catching up,
Yeah.
But no, we'll keep the podcast going over the winter time. We got to keep our Friday night sessions going over there at Mikey's.
It's
and
fun, good time,
whether we're not talking about golf, we'll be talking about, we might talk about conspiracy theories, or we might, complain about what's going on in the world, but it might not be necessarily about golf. That's the best thing about our podcast over there.
Right.
We break away from golf sometimes, and
you gotta.
We let almost anything fly over there. A lot of busting balls in the Upstate Golf Guys podcast. It's a ton of fun.
A lot of golf you hear on the Pitch Putt and Putt in Upstate. It's not even like, we're not talking about the PGA or Live a lot. We're talking about ourselves.
Yeah.
We're talking about like what we're doing. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, we're trying to set, like, I don't know. Like, I did the whole puff thing to be different and try to stand out. Is it hurting me in ways? 100%. Is it open up different avenues for me in other ways? 100%. So I got to roll with the punches with the Pitch Putt.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think like our listeners, like our like, you got the Mulligan Hackers, or who was the guy who told us to do the challenge hole? Like, I think our listeners, like, I think our listeners enjoy watching us, just as much as pro. And I like watching the amateur golfers as well, because they're just like us, and it's fun watching them shank one and laugh, and kind of, because we're not the pros. We're never going to be the pros, but we are. Everybody else in this podcast network, we're all the same golfers at the end of the day.
That's
you know what I mean. Like, so it's
when you look, especially like even like guys like Athey, out in the California guys, some of the Legends guys, you don't see any scratch golfers out there, like any scratch swings out there. They're probably scoring, well, but like some of these guys, I'm like, I'd love to see like Athey come play Freer. Like, that would be so dope to see him come, get the challenge at the greens of Freer Park, like that kind of thing. Him and XG are actually coming on in a week or so.
Nice.
Hopefully,
they're doing that blog, right? They're going to do a golf blog.
Yeah, they're going to do a vlog, so it's going to be on. It's going to be on YouTube.
Hell yeah!
I hooked them up with some sponsorships and shit. So
nice.
Pitch Putt Puff's going to be getting a little shout out on there. So
hell yeah, dude.
XG's, man, he's crazy, dude. He's like talking. So it all started with Athey golfing when he first started. He told XG, he was on the We Don't Smoke the Same, and he's like, yo, golf is the hardest game I've ever played. He's a football, like, he played for Team USA football team. He's a basketball, like, he's an athlete. He goes, that little ball doesn't move, man, and it's so hard to like hit it. And like, he was trying to explain it to XG. He's like, yeah. So I can't wait to see when he gets him on the course and he just cooks him up out there.
He's never played, XG? He's never played?
He's went to like top golf and shit, but that's it.
Okay. Oh, so, shit.
We'll see.
That's awesome, man. Hey, listen, some people pick it right up. You might be surprised.
I know, it's crazy. Well, he's an athlete. He was a soccer player and shit, so he's somewhat athletic.
You never know.
We'll see what happens. But that's how it is. Like, look at Kirk. He just picked it, like, really picked it up, and now he's taking a little bit. I noticed from Kirk, which is really cool to see, man. He'll ride like he played with JR on Binghamton. He picked up a couple things from JR. Then I put him in the group with JR and Bob. He picked up a couple things from Bob. Like he's Parisi. He's picking away from all these guys as he's going. And he's like, all right, that works for him. Let me see if that works for me. If that works, and then when it's working, all of a sudden his drive's 290, 300 consistent. And then he's just got, I think the putting, a lot of him is alignment. I tried it like it's, do you ever watch him putt? He lines himself up sideways a little bit.
Yep.
So he's off when he's coming through. And Hank does it too off the tee, but not on a putt.
I've caught him lined up way off on the tee box as well. Like, well, Mike's caught. Mike's been like, Kirk, just like look where your feet are lined up right now, and he'll, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
and it's that's the thing is and especially beginners, really. I mean, check where
you
you're
start
lined
to play
up.
that slice or that snap you got going, like, and then you get to adapt to like, oh, I got to aim this way because I'm going to slice it 50 yards.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the way it all starts for everybody. Especially, I don't know. Did it start like that for you, or because of hockey?
I had a mega slice, and I always aimed left. Yep, I always aimed so far left and just prayed it came back every time.
Exactly, dude.
I think a lot of people had that story.
No doubt. So yeah,
man.
All right, and here's my other question for you to wrap one up here, and then we'll get into the 3 questions to wrap up the pod. Since you've been playing with the Pitch Putt and Puff crew, you've been playing about 1.5 years, almost 2 years with the crew, in and out. You're more of a substitute with the crew last year. But what's your favorite thing? I asked this to Mikey too. What's your favorite thing about the Pitch Putt and Puff? You're smiling.
Easy, man. Fairway Mike, baby. Fairway Mike. Dude. Oh, come on. Easy question. I got to ride with that man this weekend.
That's it, bro.
It's honestly, no, it's what I love about the Pitch Putt and Puff is any given day, anybody has a chance to win.
Yeah.
The way you do the random pull at the end. And I love that. I tell Adam about that. And he said, that's actually a really good idea, the random pull, you know, because you don't know who your teammate is going to be. It could be either the guy that's riding with you, or it could be the guy 2 groups ahead of you. And I just think that's always been.
You got to keep everybody in check. Like, yo, stop. Like Steve sometimes just starts smacking the ball around. Yo, finish the fucking hole because you're.
Yeah, I might be your teammate, dude.
Yeah, like, we're cool right now, but I'm gonna be pissed. Like if I get pull cards with you and we lose by 2 strokes because you're slapping it around the green.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so it does matter, but it's fun too. Like this year especially, it's been cool because of the different guys I've been able to bring in. Like Farley's played a lot, Christian's played, you, Mikey, Kirk's come in a lot. Tizo's been out there, like Charlie's been out there a bunch. Like Charlie's bringing his brother-in-law, Farley's bringing his kid he grew up with, like just the random people. And then they're hitting me up the following week. Yo, you got a spot? You got a spot? You got a spot? You know, if I move some tee times around,
want to come back, man. They want to come back. It's fun.
Yeah, and it does. Like guys like Fairway do make it a good time.
Yeah, they do.
They really do.
Oh, I felt so bad, though. I felt so bad. We already went over this on the recap. I'm glad he won. Put it that way. I'm glad he won. Because
so speaking of the recap, we were listening to it today, and because he had it on the cart when we played, and he's on the second tee box, and that story comes up, right? And he's like, he turns and looks at me, he goes, "He's doing it again, man. He's doing it again." So it was so funny. He goes, "Yeah, man, that messed me up." But the best is when Kirk said when he's going for the greenies, the greenie money, bouncing back and forth. Like he was dying when he heard that. I go, "Mike, the worst part is that I was like, you don't even you make me do it at the end." I go, "I got 1,000 things going on. You're making me do this shit."
He loves listening to it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he listens to everyone, man.
I'm sure he does. That's great, man. He's really a great guy. He is. I love him. I felt like I said, I was praying, Raj. I said, please put it out in the middle of the fairway.
He did the same thing today, so don't feel bad. That's his fucking shot on that hole now.
All right, good.
That's his shot. All right, and we'll wrap it up with 3 questions, but I'm going to change it up a little bit for you.
All right, here we go.
You've played a lot of courses, so I'm going to start off there. What's your favorite course you've ever played?
Ever played?
Yep. And it could be for multiple reasons. It could be because of the scenery. It could be because of who you're with.
I'm gonna go. It's easy. It's easy for me. Crump and Fox, Massachusetts. It is for a couple reasons. One, place is always in mint shape. They won't let you take carts out if it rained a couple days prior because it's not worth it ruin the course. You got to walk it. Mikey and I had that happen to us. Actually, we got there and we were playing for 3 days, and the first day we went there and we ended up walking because we really wanted to play, and it was a nightmare to walk. Really long course, but learned our lesson. But it's that and the hospitality, the vibe. When you go there, the vibe there, man, they just treat it's kind of like you would think it's a country club when you go there, but they treat everybody like you're a member.
Right.
You go there, that the club pro Brian, he's a really nice guy and just kind of introduces himself. They have this big box at the start, this first tee. It's got like tees, ball markers, pitch ball or marker, divot tool, blah, blah, blah. Help yourself. I was grabbing handfuls of shit. I've never seen a golf course give away all that shit at the first tee. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I think Crump and Fox, man, you got to come out there and check that one out with us.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that.
Yeah.
I actually, girl who used to cut my hair's fiance is good friends with the owner up there. So
okay, yeah,
she was going to link me up with him. So I got to talk to her next time I go get a haircut. Maybe we'll link something up. Go up there for a nice fall round. I would.
Yeah, and then the scene. Oh God, the foliage out there is beautiful as well.
Probably sick. Yeah, this time of year it's probably dope.
Absolutely.
All right, and now we're gonna get into a puff question, man. Favorite strain you've ever smoked?
Favorite strain. I'm gonna go with Gorilla Glue. It's between Gorilla Glue and it might be this. You know what? It's funny you ask. It might be this Orange Chameleon that I drove out to get. I drove an hour and a half to get for our trip.
That's the one we had on Friday.
Yeah, this Orange Chameleon is super tasty. Yeah. Super, super tasty. It's from the Tangy strain, so it's got that real citrusy taste. Nice. I like it. But then the Gorilla Glue, you can never go wrong with that GG4.
Nope. Got that Gorilla Glue pungent. 4, man. That's
it,
one.
Baby. Yeah, that's it.
Mine's Sour Diesel, but Sour Diesel and Lemon Haze are a cross, I believe, of Gorilla Glue anyway. So similar touch. Sour was always my shit back in the day. Just whenever I get my hands on it. I think I used to just smoke that just because of how good it tastes. Like that was, and I'd always buy it in a bundle. Like, give me, I want like, I don't want it to go away, and then all of a sudden it was boom, disappeared. I'd love for someone to find some old school Sour Diesel. I'd pay a pretty penny for some of that.
Yeah, shit. The real fluffy. You remember, like the real fluffy diesel? It was structured. You could tell it was diesel just from looking at it.
Oh yeah. As soon as the car pulled up, it had that special smell. Gotta even open the bag yet. All right, man. Last one. So you got 3 guys, 3 people to fill out your foursome, but also have a session with. Who they're gonna be?
All right. Jeez, put me on the spot here, buddy.
You want mine? I got you.
Shoot him out.
Jay Will, still gonna be Jay Will in there, because he's a hooper, golfer, and smoker. Method Man would be number 2.
I like that one. That's good. That'd be fun.
And just because I could recite every single How High quote possible, because that was the movie we watched growing up.
Great movie.
And then the last one would probably be, man, I'd have to go with like, I want to say Seth Rogen, but I'm not. I'm gonna go more of like a Tommy Chong.
All right, so let's go. I like this one, so I'm gonna go with one of my favorite.
I take that back. I would take Be Real from Cypress Hill.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm gonna go with one of my favorite actors, and he kind of is in the golf world. We'll go with Adam Sandler.
Okay.
All right. And then
Gilmore too.
Yeah, man. And I'd have to. Man,
it's gonna. I think it's gonna be good. I think that's gonna be a good movie.
I might throw John Daly in the mix.
All right. It's a tough one.
You're gonna laugh at this one, and you're gonna say you're such a fucking loser. Why? But I would take Bob from Bob Does Sports. I just think he would be fun to hang out with and smoke with and chill. And he's another one that I originally with like the Instagram golf content creator. I mean, he's like, that's my dream job. What he does, literally traveling around, playing these amazing golf courses, just
He gets
having
paid
a
to do
video
it.
guy do it for him. It's like, but he's fun and he's funny, and
Yeah.
I would love to just hang out with him and play one round. And he does smoke. There was a video of him actually doing a dab with Dr. Dabber on
Oh
one
yeah,
of the. Yeah, did you ever see that
I
video of
seen
him?
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was a rat, dude. He was a
dude,
mess for like 3 holes.
did you see the video today? He had the
No.
live. He was just on. He's got the Hurricanes hoodie on. I was like, oh shit, he's a Canes fan. Let's go.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
a new respect for him now.
There you go. Yeah,
Like
he's a cool dude.
like him even more. Like
There you
him
go,
even
man.
more.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
that was
not
a
a
tough
bad group.
question, but I
That's not a
take that
bad
this game.
group at
There you
all,
go.
man. All right, Ian. So this is a bonus question. We got the rankings that came out a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
You weren't happy about your ranking. Where do you expect to be? Where's your projection for yourself by the end of the season in the pitch putt and puff? Because you're going to make majority of the weeks. You're really only going to miss the week you guys go down to Carolina.
I think I'm in the same exact class as you, Brad. I honestly think that we could all compete with Hank and Fairway as well.
That's the thing, though. That's exactly what that number 4 spot could be any one of us.
I think it's between all of us.
Yeah, that's really what it comes. And then like we can't sleep on like if you play like shit, you got to worry about Kirk and Kev and Mikey creeping up on the backside, so you could
They
easily
ain't
slate.
catching us. They ain't catching us.
Dude, Kirk's on his way up.
He is. I'm
Kirk's
just
beat
teasing.
me.
Come on, I got to talk shit. I got to
Oh
talk
yeah,
shit.
oh yeah. But like that's the thing too. Like I gotta keep it to where like all right, Fairway. I can't let Fairway get me. I can't let Hank get me. I gotta check with like you and Scrounge. You guys, we were 87, 88, 89 the other day. Like boom, boom, boom. You know, so
Right
it's gonna
there.
be interesting couple weeks. We're gonna come out with the new rankings October 7th. The new rankings will drop. So that October 6th episode
That'll be a good episode. That'll be fun.
Fun one to record. I have a lot of arguments going on in that one for sure.
Oh yeah,
for sure. But yeah, man, I appreciate you jumping on. Appreciate you joining the Pitch Putt and Puff crew as well.
I appreciate you having me, man.
I tell you guys, it's where you belong. I know you guys love that golf tour shit, but I'd love to have you guys out there every weekend with us, obviously. But you guys, I know you enjoy playing different courses.
Yes.
Like us, we like to play the same shit just to see how much better we're getting or worse we're getting every time we go out there.
It's a different vibe, but I have more fun. I do have more fun with you guys. I really do. I
it's
will
laid
say
back. It's competitive, but laid back. You know,
it's more fun, as I said, where I'm more serious with the with those things. I'm definitely stay a little more straight edge,
right?
Except for that time at Turning Stone,
got lit up, dude. I had a phone call. I called. Your phone was dead. I called Mike. I'm like, "Yo, you guys good, man? Like, no one's answering the text. No one's, what the hell's going on?" He's like, "Yeah, man. Anthony's getting sick on the side of the road. We had a great time,
I haven't had a drink since, man. Haven't had a drink since. It was bad. That fucking shit's poison.
Same way. Yeah, let them know where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, man. UpstateGolfGuys.com and find us on Instagram.
Before we wrap this up, the tournament.
Yes. You want to talk about the tournament a little bit? It's okay.
Sorry, I totally forgot.
No,
I looked at my notes and I'm like, we didn't even talk about the tournament.
It's fine, dude. Real quick, we'll do a quick rundown of the tournament. October 5th, baby, for your park.
Tell us what it's all about, though. What's the meaning of the tournament?
All right, great idea, Raj. Good. Let's go back to the first year. First year we started this thing. My Uncle John passed away 2017. Liver cancer. So we were going to originally donate the money to liver cancer. And during the tournament, we were talking about what we were going to do with the money. And my other uncle was playing with me at the time. And he said, instead of doing that, goes, why don't we donate the money to a student at Tamarack? They do an award night over there, and we could do it in John's name. It's just, what do we want to donate it to? And then the idea came out that John was always into trade schools and always pushed that and said colleges were scams and this and that. So, and he's, he was a construction contractor at trade. And he always said, we need electricians. And so what we decided to do right from the first year was give all the money to a graduating student at Tamarack in John's name. So at the award night, it's the John Marizio award for a graduating student. Like last year they got $1,000. I think this year we're going to try to get it up to at least up to 1,500.
Nice.
But we're on year 6 now. It's a great thing. You could go on the website. Geez, let me check right now. Am I going to lose you if I switch here?
I don't think so. You should be all right.
You still see me?
Yep, you're good.
All right, I'm going to get
So yeah, it's going to be at Freer Park, October 5th.
Yep. Getting the website here. It's John Marizia. Well, that's not it either. I might not be able to find it.
It's all good. I can send it to me. I'll put it in the description below.
Good idea. Yeah, no. So, but the reason why I want people to check it out is because you could go on and see all the kids that won the award the last 5 years and all our sponsors. And this year is going to be I think, a real big year, man, with the podcast. It filled up faster, bigger than it ever did before, and
boom, boom, boom,
most
man.
groups. And
we could have filled more if we had the spots. That's the thing.
Man.
We could have filled more.
Next year, Josh has to give me the whole course, man. He's got to give me the whole course.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's a great cause. I appreciate you bringing that up at the end here. I totally forgot about that myself.
Dude, I literally just looked at my notes. I was like, oh shit.
It's a great cause in honor of a great man. It's going to be a great day. Every year we have ton of fun, ton of prizes, ton of raffles, basket raffles. There's going to be a putting competition. There's going to be Lombardis to win, of course.
Yeah, there's big sponsors coming up, right? Like you got Skull Golf helped you out, High Society, right?
Yep. All those guys are going to be baskets.
52
Sundays is a big one. They helped me out. So there's going to be a lot of nice basket raffles with all those guys as well. So I know you have a couple groups. I really appreciate you putting a couple groups together, Raj.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be a ton of fun, man. It really is.
Yeah, we were talking about it today, me and Fairway, the Pitch Putt and Puff crew is going to, so I decided what we're going to do is we're going to split the teams evenly. I'm going to let 2 guys pick the teams, probably Bob and Jay. And then at that point, we're going to do a regular side bet on whoever wins out of those teams.
There you go.
So we're going to do something like that just because we're out there to have fun. It's not even going to be anything crazy. It could be whoever has the most birdies wins or whatever.
I'm going to start you guys on the same hole, whatever it is, hole 6A, 6B. So you'll be able to talk shit the whole round. Perfect. You'll be behind each other the whole time. It's that website. I have it right here on my phone. MaurizioGolf.org. That's MORIZIOGOLF.org. We're all filled up, but go check it out just to see what we're all about.
And then look to sign up for next year's tournament because obviously it's going to fill up again.
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't wait this time. There's a couple people on the waiting list. I suggest don't wait.
Yeah.
But I appreciate everything, Raj, and you could definitely find us on Instagram. All the information is on there as well at the Upstate Golf Guys podcast, or just find us on upstategolfguys.com for any more information.
Episodes drop every Tuesday and Thursday mornings.
That's it, buddy. That's it.
Brother. Talk to you tomorrow. Later. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and we will be back on Friday with a preview of this upcoming weekend. See where guys are hoping to be in the rankings and put some groups together. Talk to you then. Peace.